Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going fantastic. I'm so glad you're joining me while I have a fun project to share with you. We're going to make a spring-filled birthday card. I have a sister who has a birthday in April and spring is around the corner. I'm super excited about spring and I'm super excited about this die set. This is designed by Simon Hurley. It's called the Tulip Trio. We'll be using this on our card project. And then we also have this one is called the Handwritten Sentiments from Simon Hurley. A lot of perfectly sized, well, I like the size of these. Not too big, not too small. And so I thought we'd make a birthday card today using tulips. Tulips are my favorite flower. Tulips and lilacs are my favorite flower. I like tulips the way they look, especially at springtime. Lilacs, I love the way they smell. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go ahead and jump in and do a little bit of die cutting. I thought we would just go traditional yellow, so I'm going to bring in some chamomile cardstock. Die cut out all the leaves. We're just going to make 2 flowers today. And we're going to die cut out all of our leaves and our stems. This one here is the smallest flower. I think we're going to go to the largest tulip. And then also the middle one. You know what's neat is, this is, I just noticed it, but on the dies itself, this is a 1-piece die, but you have a number 1 here, a number 2 here, and a number 3 here. So it makes it really easy for layering. I love that that's there. Okay, so I'm going to run these through my die cut machine and then we're going to do a little ink blending. I chose yellow because this way we can add some pinks on our card today. So let's run this through the die cut machine and I will be right back. Once we have everything die cut, I'm going to bring in my Distress Oxide inks. I haven't used these in a long time, so I thought we would just bring in the blending tools and add some peacock feathers to the Peridot cardstock. And I'm just going to go on one side, adding a little bit of color. And that's all there is to that. And then for my tulips, we'll put this to the side. I'm going to clean off my desk here. Now for my tulips, I have 2 oxides. I have Kitsch Flamingo and I have carved pumpkin. This way we can add both colors to both tulip sets. And I'm just going to start with my carved pumpkin. And I'm going to do this to all of them. I'm not going to make 2 different colors. I'm going to add pink and orange to both of these. So that's our carved pumpkin. I'm going to wipe off my glass surface here, and then we're going to bring in some Kitsch Flamingo. Kind of mixing oranges with our yellows and our oranges. Now that we have a little ink blended on our tulips, we get to put them together, and let's add a little glue to the circle here. And then I'm going to add layer 1. And I think I want a little dimension, so I'm going to bring in some foam squares. We're going to add layer 2. And then we'll flip this over. And I'll add, maybe I should just use the bigger one. It would have worked out better, but that's okay. And so that's our beautiful tulip. I like a lot of dimension. Of course, if you guys don't like that much dimension, then you can completely skip the foam squares. But let's work on our next tulip. We'll go ahead and add our base layer. Layer 1. I will add a couple foam squares on the reverse. layer this. We'll add this layer. And for this one, I'm not going to add any foam squares. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the reverse side. This is the very front layer. And those are our tulips. I'm going to go ahead and add our leaves. And I think I'm going to take this, I'm going to reposition this tulip. So it's a little bit more going towards the right. I like that, the way that looks a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to actually glue these together. And let's create my arrangement. Kind of covering up the tulip ends. And then I'll save this for another project. But those are my tulips. Okay, now let's make a background to put them on. Okay, I'm using a new die set from Spellbinders. Let me show you. Spellbinders has a new nesting arch set. This is the mirrored arch labels. I love this. Lots of different sizes. There's 16 dies in here. So let's take these and create a window. I'm going to use some blue cardstock and white. I'm going to do a little inside matting. And let's see. We're going to use, I think this is, maybe it's too big. Maybe this one. I'll take this one and I'm going to die cut out a window in my Waterfall cardstock. And then taking one smaller, I'll die cut that out right in the middle with white cardstock. Now while we're die cutting, we're going to die cut out our greeting. I'm going to use my handwritten sentiments. And I think we're going to use some fog cardstock for our greeting. So I'll take happy birthday. I'll cut out the scripty letters with my fog. And then for the shadow, I'm going to use vellum. Let's bring in a piece of vellum here. And I will cut these out. I will be right back. Okay, so we have our greeting. Let's go ahead and adhere that to our vellum. Wonderful, there's our greeting. Now with this, what I'm going to do is just use my scissors and I'm going to trim away about 1/4 inch around. This way I can perfectly center this behind my window frame here. Before I adhere it though, I want to leave this flat and I'm going to bring in a stencil. I'm using my Spellbinders Puff Dotty stencil. I want to have some polka dots in my background. And I'm going to bring in that same I'm going to bring back my peacock feathers and my blending brush here. And I'm just going to add some polka dots in my background. I'm going for a tone-on-tone look here, and I don't want it kind of heavy. I just kind of want it light and airy. And peacock feathers goes really well with Waterfall. And I'm liking the way that looks. Since the birthday card, you have to have a little bit of playfulness. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and flip this over using my tape runner and add some adhesive around that window. And then I can mat the white one right on the inside. Wonderful. Now I'm keeping this out because in the background of my card base, I'm going to bring in, I'm going to add some polka dots to that too. So we have my card base. Let's open it up. I'm going to bring back my stencil and I'm going to add some polka dots in my background. So now we have polka dots in our background. For me, polka dots and birthday cards just go great together. Okay, I am going to add my tulips first. I want my tulips to be tucked inside my window. So I'm going to place them. I think that looks nice. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to add some foam tape behind here. So we have those polka dots peeking out from behind. I'm going to use my glue and attach this flower so it doesn't go anywhere. And then we can add our greeting. Lastly, I have some Spellbinders Peach Opalescent Gems, and we're going to add some shine to our card. Let's go ahead and add a few here. And that will finish my card today. Fun birthday card. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.